Hey y'all, so I want to do a review of this 2018 Liquid Force Rocket, the wakesurf board. This is the 4'8" version, so they have 3 of these boards. They've been producing them since like 2016, which personally, honestly, the ones in 2016, the graphics were a little bit better. Kind of liked them. Not that these aren't sick. I mean, this is pretty awesome with the whole like red and the stripes. It's kind of more of a simpler design. The one in 2016 was really busy, and the pads were a little bit different. It was still kind of like that red and black and white, but this one is a little bit more simple. Some people like it simple. I kind of liked it busy. I thought it was a little bit more edgier. Anyway, they come out with 3 different versions of these. This is the 4'8". They've got a 4'8", they have a 5'0", and then they have a 5'4". I think it might be a 5'6". I might be wrong on that. Anyway, I am a small person, so this one fits my weight better. So the 4'8" will actually go up to roughly 160-ish, 150-ish pounds. I'm far under that, so I definitely needed the smallest one they had. If they had one smaller, I probably would have gotten a smaller one. That being said, this is a really aggressive but yet progressive kind of board. So this is a kind of board that you can take from a beginner's level to kind of intermediate. I wouldn't say completely advanced, but definitely intermediate. I just got this in, so I bought it from Liquid Force. It's still got like all the packaging stuff on there. So it's just honestly, it's a really nice board. Like it's pretty, it's compression molded, so that means that it's not fiberglass like a lot of other surf style boards are. It's a bit heavy, to be honest with you. I kind of like that because where I tend to go, there's a lot of wind. So this will kind of help hold it down whenever you're taking airs and just popping off the lift. It gives you a little bit more strength in it. So it's definitely durable. The fact that it's compression molded means that it's basically made out of the same kind of material that you would have on a wakeboard, except it's kind of got more of a gloss finish to it with the just the exterior layer. It's just a little bit different than the wakeboard. Obviously it's a little bit thinner as well in some areas. This does have, when you're looking at the face of it, it does have a concave on it. It's actually a single into a disc. So you've got a single concave here, and then it gets a little bit more complicated in the rear. Gives you that disc, which is a dual inside a single concave. So it's like one concave and then loop, loop, but it's still actually both concaved in. What that's going to do basically is give you a little bit more of a cushion for the rider whenever you're coming down from airs and whatnot. The rails are pretty edgy but yet forgiving, so it will roll side to side. This is definitely a surf style board, I would say. So you can, you can maybe do some surface tricks on it if you wanted to remove the fins, but for the most part, this is really for just kind of pumping down the line and getting a little bit of air off the lip and whatnot. With the way that it's constructed, it's going to flow a lot of water and it's going to be kind of quick at it. It's got this this wing swallowtail back here, which honestly I prefer coming from a fish style on my surfboard. I prefer this to kind of really, and my wakeboard actually has about the same. What it's going to do is it's going to interrupt the flow of water, and it's actually going to cut it off here at the edges, and it's going to give it that quicker boost in that lip. So instead of it dragging in the water and being a little bit more slow, it's going to be quick to cut corners. Now the difference in a board that would be continual at the end is going to let you kind of do a lot more spin maneuvers as it catches that water and continues it around the curve. So this swallowtail is going to be quick for short cuts and bursts. It does come with a tri-fin, so you can make this a thruster setup. It's got 2 different kind of fins. This is the 2.5 inch right here that you can throw into the middle if you'd like to, as well as 2 3-inch fins that are going to go on both sides, right and left. The cool thing about it, it's pretty customizable. You can have the whole thruster setup, and which case it's going to bite a lot more, but it's going to be a little bit slower as it drags through the water. Or you can just leave it for the twin style setup right here, kind of as it talks about on the board. And the twin setup, what it's going to do is give it a little bit more liberal control in the water, so it's going to slide a little bit more. So you can maybe start to do some of those turn maneuvers, or you could just go finless completely and, you know, play with it as you want. This, I mean, I guess it's not a hybrid board. It's definitely a surf style, but you can make work whatever you want. Again, this is by Liquid Force. I can't wait to get out and ride it. Been using a skimboard and Apex for the whole time, so it's time for me to finally move up to a real wake surfboard. This is definitely kind of for everybody in the boat. If you're a beginner, you can get on this and you can ride it. If you're more intermediate, you can get on it and do a little bit more depending on your fin layout, depending on your skill set and your style. If you're advanced, probably not the board for you. There's a lot more aggressive ones with more aggressive rockers. This one's a little bit more continual. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to do a review of this. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sexy, to be honest. It's not my favorite graphic as compared to the other one, but Liquid Force always makes great stuff. There is a 2019 model out now, this is the 2018. So they're continuously changing it up every year. They have sold more of these boards than pretty much any other board, at least for entry level. It's a great price, very competitive. You can land one of these for just over 200, just shy of 300, anywhere around there. So yeah, get yourself one if you're looking in the market, and enjoy the tropics. I will check y'all later.